Hey gang, Uncle Todd here, and I'm going to go see The Carpenter's Son. When I first heard of it, I was a little intrigued. A horror film about Jesus being tempted by the Adversary. And then I heard Nicolas Cage is playing Joseph. Well, I'm in for that. So I'll tell you what I think when I get back. Okay. Quite a film. Very interesting. Wasn't quite what I was expecting. But very, very intriguing. Bit of a slow burn at first. But it is basically it's a coming-of-age film for Jesus. Or Yahweh, as his original pronunciation was. And we start with his birth, and then Joseph and Mary having to sneak him out of Bethlehem. And then we jump ahead to his teen years, at which point they've been traveling from place to place, always having to move because people discover he's a bit different. And this is going to upset a lot of people, especially very devout people, in this portrayal of Jesus as he is going through growing pains, interested in the opposite sex, and a lot of anger and rebellion, which makes him very susceptible to this other little boy who has a rather androgynous look about themselves. Of course, it turns out to be the Adversary. We all knew that. And he's causing him to do more and more things that are against the teachings of his father. But stepfather, I guess, would be what we call Joseph. And then, of course, the final third is the confrontation between them, in which you get a lot of acting pyrotechnics and violence, because they kind of duke it out there towards the end, before he finally accepts who he is and what he is. And it's basically, it ends with him accepting his destiny. Acting's pretty good. Nicolas Cage surprised me. This wasn't one of his over-the-top performances. It's almost subtle in a lot of ways, especially in the early part. But his Joseph is very much a man is very afraid, and he has a lot of doubts. You know, is this really the Son of God? Has he been lied to? You know, human things. And then, of course, at the end, and gets a really great speech, you know, that he gives, you know, to give to Yahweh. And yeah, very, very well made, very interesting film. Not for everyone. Supposedly based on the infancy gospel of Timothy that is not in the New Testament. One of the missing books, as they explained it. I don't know if it's a real one or not. I'll have to take a look, maybe go over. It's part of what they call the apocryphal gospels. But yeah, it's a tough one if you're not in the right mindset, because it's very slow moving, and a lot of unexpected back and forth things. But I would say overall I enjoyed it. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.